Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have a little bit of a different video than I normally do. I've been mostly doing hauls and unboxings and that kind of thing, but obviously if you read from the title, this is going to be a little bit about my weight loss journey. In no way am I saying that I am an expert. I don't have all the answers. I am not a certified trainer or nutritional expert in any way. I am just a single mom who has found success with certain things and wanted to share what I have learned, what works for me, and hopefully that works for you too. In January, a lot of people, most people, say they're going to get healthy, they're going to lose weight. I usually was that person for a long time, and I found some things that really worked for me and my body. And I know that when you're going on a journey, the greatest thing that you can do is to give yourself the most knowledge of different things that could work so that you can figure out what works for your body. So again, no way am I an expert. I'm just a person who has found some things, and this is just my personal journey. So for anyone who doesn't know, I am a single parent. My name is Talara. I live in Canada. I am a single parent to a 4-year-old girl. And I've always been a bigger girl. My weight has always fluctuated for almost all my life, going up, going down. I think the max I ever reached was 235, I believe. I am 5'8", but I've always been a very big girl. I don't think I've always hovered somewhere around 200, I think, from my understanding. And then I got pregnant and obviously gained a little bit of weight when I was pregnant, and then breastfeeding for a year. I kind of stayed stagnant, and then I broke my arm, and I broke my arm pretty severely when my daughter was about a year and a half, and I actually had to have surgery. I broke one side, so I broke my elbow. I broke one side and I dislocated the other. I had to have surgery in order to fix this part of my elbow. And my arm was in a brace for quite a long time. During that time, obviously, I only had one arm. Luckily it was my right arm, but I only had one arm. And obviously my right arm became very strong and my left arm was not that strong. And even after I took off the brace, I was very unbalanced because I wasn't used to using both hands for everything that I was doing. During that time when I only had one arm, obviously I could not work out in any way, shape, or form. I've always worked out in some way, but nothing too intense, always little things, like doing short cardio things and like thinking I was working out, but not really breaking a sweat. But obviously everything had to stop once I broke my arm, having it broken for so long. And that obviously put a strain on my body as well. And I remember going through that process, and at that point, I think my max weight was 220 I reached. I had to go to the doctor, get a general physical before they could do the surgery. She had to fill out some paperwork and stuff, and some of that was my height and weight, and having it done by a doctor and having her say that I was 220, it struck a chord within me that I wasn't really okay and I wasn't really healthy. And then I couldn't work out obviously for a long time, which made me even more unhealthy. I wasn't eating the greatest. Obviously I was, not doing the right things either. So that obviously compounded into my whole journey of gaining weight. And at some point, I remember seeing a picture of me, just a general picture of me and my daughter, and thinking, how am I that big and I don't realize? And I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired, which is something I've heard, and I've heard people say in many ways, but until you get to that point, you don't really understand what that means. But I really did. I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I wanted to be able to keep up with my daughter. And I wanted to be balanced because I used to be very flexible. One thing that I did quite often was yoga, and I wasn't flexible at all because I hadn't done it for so long. And I wanted to gain some of that back. I wanted to gain my muscle back. I just wanted to be better because I knew that I wasn't okay, and I knew I wasn't healthy, and I didn't want to show that example to my daughter. So I started on a weight loss journey, and it really is true that you will go on the cycle so many times until you decide that you are enough to put into yourself. And anyone who has gotten to that point really does understand what I am saying. And if you are not at that point, you will get there at some point where you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you realize that your life is worth something. No matter where you are in your journey, no matter how much weight you've gained, no matter how depressed you are, your life is worth something, and you can't give to anybody from an empty glass. So you need to fill your own cup up to make sure that you're okay so that you can take care of everybody else. So a few different things I went on. I tried numerous different things to try and lose weight. This is just a list of things that have worked for me. The first thing is I find a program that works for you and that you enjoy, and really commit to working out in that program. So whether it's a personal trainer, whether it's a program you found online, whether it's a streaming service, whatever the program is, you have to find something that works for you and commit to following that program all the way through. I never followed a whole program all the way through. I would start a little bit and then stop, and then start a little bit and stop. And I never followed it through the exact way it's supposed to be. And you need to find something that you can be passionate about and excited about doing. And that is different for every single person. So what I personally did, what I found strength in, what I found purpose in, is a streaming service called Beachbody On Demand. They have hundreds of programs that you can stream. It is less the cost of what a gym membership would be, which for me was very important when I started, because I am a single parent and going to the gym is just not feasible for me because I won't have daycare to take care of my daughter. So I knew that telling myself I would go to a gym just wasn't going to happen. So I found something that I could do at home. They have programs on there ranging in being how difficult they are, so from easy ones to very hard ones, so you can work yourself up, and they have ones where you need equipment, where you don't need equipment, so you can start off. I started off a program using no equipment, and then I got one set of weights. I got a 3-pound weight. Didn't realize they were 3 pounds when I got them. I just got whatever the store had, and then realized when I got home that 3 wasn't probably enough. So I got an 8-pound weight. So then I had 2 weights, 2 sets of weights, and I started a program called Lift 4, which is a program on Beachbody, and I followed it all the way through. And it was the first time that I followed a program and I stuck with that program and I did it all the way through. And it was a process for me to find the time, and you really need to find the time. When it's important to you, you will find the time to commit to it. And for me, when I was working, I would wake up really early in the morning and I would go to bed earlier, but that was the commitment that I made because it was very important to me, and it needs to be that important to you. At this point, I've been working out for quite a long time with Beachbody On Demand. I've done numerous different programs. I'm doing their new program, which is called 9-Week Control Freak at this point, and I love it. What I love most is that my daughter tries to work out with me. Obviously, she doesn't do weights and she's not really doing the moves correctly. She's only 4, but it is just the example that I want to show to her that working out is important, and not necessarily to lose weight, but just for your body and for your mind. I feel better when I work out. And it's been the one thing that I look forward to in a day, even if I know my day is going to suck. It is the one thing that I know I can do and that I will love doing every single day. So it is something that you need to find what works for you and for your body. Weightlifting might not be your thing, and that is totally okay. Don't feel pressure to do one thing or another thing. There are many different studies you can look at of what works, and that weightlifting is very important, or it's not important, or cardio is important, or it's not important. Like, there's many different things out there, but you need to find what works for you. And it's also about variety, which is why I love Beachbody, but you need to find something variety that you won't get bored with in a week and be like, oh, okay, never mind, I won't do it today, because you've done it a million times. You need to find something that you can do for the long run. Second thing I did was I stopped drinking pop. Pop is so bad for you, and I knew that, but I don't drink coffee, and I'm a single parent, and I worked at that point, and I needed something with caffeine. And so, not having coffee, obviously I needed something, and so pop was my coffee. And I would explain that to people, and people would be like, oh, okay. And I wish someone would have said, that's okay, that's fine, but look at all these other things that it is doing for your, look at all the other bad things that it's doing to you. And it's done numerous different bad things to my body. And quitting was the single greatest thing I could have done, because when you stop drinking that, you have to drink something else. And so I would drink more water, and I drank more water. And that's also the next third thing, is drinking more water. Make sure you're drinking enough water. I made a commitment to drinking a gallon of water, which a gallon of water seems like a lot, but when you're working out and you work out every day and you work, and if your work has activity and it's not an office job, like I was working at a store, so I'd always be moving and walking around kind of thing, it's not that much. It all depends on your activity level, but whatever amount of water you drank, let's say you only drink 5 glasses a day, and you don't think you can drink more because you don't really like water, just commit to doing 2 more. So 7. Just 2 more. That's not a big deal. It's just 2. So just start off small, and that's what I did. I would start off small and gaining little bit and little bit and little bit, until I now drink a lot of water at this point, and I don't drink pop. If you're having trouble with caffeine and you do drink a lot of pop, first of all, I am with you. I fully understand. But there are numerous different health supplements that you can get that has caffeine, such as a pre-workout, which is what I take before my workouts to kind of give me that little bit of a boost, because again, sometimes you just need it. And there's different powders and stuff that you can drink throughout the day. Go Supplements is a great supplement company that I love, and I take their supplements all the time, and they have a powder called Gamer, which will give you kind of that little bit of a boost, and you just mix it with water, and you don't have to drink coffee, or if you don't drink coffee, you don't have to drink pop. So it'll kind of give you that little bit of caffeine boost throughout the day. But there are different supplements and stuff like that, so you can always research whatever is best for you. But there are definitely different things out there, and different things that you can get. So look into other things to get a caffeine boost if you need one. But if you're drinking a lot of water, you will find that you don't need as much caffeine as you think that you do, which is what I found. I had backup plans, and I do have backup plans if I need a boost. If, for whatever reason I didn't sleep well, I didn't get a lot of sleep, I do have things that I can take for a boost, but I don't take them all the time, especially with the amount of water and working out that I do. Working out gives you endorphins to begin with. So if you are doing some kind of exercise in the morning, you will find that it kind of gives you that little bit of boost anyways. And then obviously a large part is your diet, and what you eat. There are so many different diets out there, and don't do a diet. Once you call it a diet and you restrict yourself, it will, you just won't stick to it. Diets don't work. Which is what I found. I did many different diets throughout the years, trying to lose weight, trying to get healthy, and they just don't work. As soon as you restrict your body from something, my personal opinion and my personal experience, eventually you will fail and it will not work. So it really is about healthy eating and about balance. Now, how you do that is completely up to you, and again, up to your body. What a lot of people don't do, what a lot of people don't do is they don't listen to their body and what their body is telling them that they need. So your body will tell you if you are dehydrated. Sometimes when you're hungry, you're actually dehydrated. So if you actually just drink a glass of water, you might not be hungry. But your body will tell you if it needs more protein, if it needs more vegetables, you'll start to, if you listen to it and you can learn to listen to your body and find out what it needs, it will tell you. Obviously, there's counting calories that a lot of people find working for them. Weight Watchers, which I know some people have found works for them, which is a point system. I did the container system, which is also something from Beachbody, and it's basically you have like little containers for each thing. So there's like a vegetable container, fruits, protein, carbs. There's like different containers. And then you have a certain amount of containers throughout the day, based on your activity level, your height. There's a whole bunch of math that you do to figure out what bracket you fall in as to what containers that you get. So when I lost a bunch of weight, I started following it pretty strictly, of following that many containers, and that's all I have. And it really did help a lot. It gave me some structure, and it was very easy because what I needed was something easy. I thought of counting calories, and I know that works for many people, but being a single parent and working, I do not have time to count calories. It just wasn't going to happen. So it was easier for me to have containers to follow. I also did meal prep. So I did meal prep Sundays, and I would usually space it out between 2 days. Most of the time my days off were Sunday and Monday, so I would do it Sunday and Monday, and I would meal prep for the whole week for everything that I would take to work, and measure everything out, and then it was already done. So for me, that was the easiest way to do it, is by doing it all in one day or 2 days, because then I would just have meals through the day, meals to I can just grab it, go to work, and it was totally fine. So definitely, if you haven't started meal prepping, definitely meal prep. When you have healthy food in the fridge, it will be easier for you to stick to your diet, because it's easy to grab. It's right there. It's already measured out. It's already done. Now the work is already done for you. No problem. Meal plan, meal prep was the biggest thing that really worked for me. And right now, at this point, I've lost about 40 pounds, numerous different inches. I think I started at 47 on my hips. I'm now at about 37, I believe. So I lost 10 inches in just my hips alone. And my waist, I think used to be like a size 14. I'm now a size 8. So in no way am I perfect. In no way am I done my journey. I am still going on it. I still have some more weight that I would like to lose. In Canada, at least where I am, we are into our another stay-at-home order. So you can't go anywhere. My work is closed, so I'm not working. So I'm home all the time. And the first time we had a stay-at-home order, honestly, was great for me. I did amazingly well. I handled it very well. I worked out all the time. I thought it was fantastic. I am working out all the time, but I stopped doing all my meal prep, and I stopped planning as much, and I know that I'm not feeding my body enough of what it needs. I know that. I'm not getting enough protein for sure, 100%. I'm not getting enough vegetables. So I can feel that I know I'm not getting enough protein, and it's something that I need to work on. I need to start prepping like I'm going to work, even though I am not going to work, because I'm home, everything's here, so I can just eat whatever I want. So I'll have my breakfast, I'll have one meal, and then I'll snack, and then I'll have dinner. So like I've gotten to a bad cycle, but because I am home and I'm working out all the time, because I have nothing else to do, I've kind of balanced out. So I'm not gaining any weight, but I'm not losing any either. So I definitely want to change that. Again, in no way am I perfect, but I am on a journey, and the journey hasn't stopped. But I am very happy and proud of my own progress, to see how much different I am and how much more confident I feel. I feel much better myself and my body. And I will say the last thing that I can say is that I tried, again, not an expert, but what I do is I do intermittent fasting, which I do believe has helped drastically to maintain my weight. Again, I'm not eating healthy things, so I know that not losing weight is 100% on me, because I am not giving my body many healthy things. I'm eating healthy things and then a lot of snacks and junk food. So that's something that I need to control and I need to stop. But intermittent fasting, has been a huge part of my success. I started it during the first lockdown, the first stay-at-home order, just because I would go to sleep, I would wake up later, I like to work out on an empty stomach, just personally, and so I would find that I was eating my first meal later and later and later, just because that's the way my schedule worked. And at this point, I've now I eat at about 11:30 to about 5:30, somewhere in that range, and I fast from 5:30 all the way to 11:30 the next morning. And mainly the reason that I like it personally is because I feel like it gives my body time to digest and time to process and time to, just go through things. I find that I'm not as bloated when I go to sleep, I'm not as uncomfortable as when I go to sleep. When I eat earlier in the day, my last meal is earlier in the day, and I've given my body plenty of time to flush everything out and process everything. It's not processing by the time I go to sleep, so I wake up less bloated. I don't get a lot of bloat anymore, and a lot of that has to do with intermittent fasting, because it just gives your body time to relax, which I believe in. And if you're scared of doing it, just try pushing back your mealtime by an hour. It's kind of what I did. So just do it a little bit at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself with all of this information. Focus on one thing and make that your thing for a month. So if it's your workout plan, if it's eating, whatever is your area that you want to focus on first, and then just focus on that. Because if you overwhelm yourself, you'll get overwhelmed and stressed out. Your body will get stressed out, which is not good, and you'll be eating more stuff and trying to balance out the stress that your body feels. So don't stress out. There's a lot of information and community out there that you can reach out to. Make sure you're not doing this alone. Make sure that there are other people on the same plan as you that you can talk to, that you can get advice from, because feeling like you're alone, especially when you're in a pandemic and a stay-at-home order, if you are like I am, it is very easy to feel alone and at home. So make sure that you have people to talk to as you're going through this journey, because it will mean the world of a difference. Maybe I will do some eat with me weeks and what I'm eating, and meal plans, and different videos like this with me in front of the camera. I think I will start doing that. I will leave my email below. Please email me if you have questions, concerns, you just need advice, you just need someone to, be there for you. I absolutely would be more than willing to share any journey or maybe just listen, because I know that we're all going through a bad time. We're all going through a rough time, a lot of us in the world. Um, and you need to know that you are not alone. And there are people who have done it and have found success, and you just need to find what works for your body. So I hope that this has helped. I hope that for anybody watching and listening, that this has helped you gain maybe a little perspective with your life and how you want to live it and different things that could work for your body. And if no one has told you, your life matters. And I think that there are a lot of people suffering at this point in the world. I mean, given where we are in it for a lot of things, and you have to feel that your life matters, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what is going on. You are worth putting yourself first. So you are worth putting into. And if you need some help, I will do it with you. No problem. So please feel free to email me below if you have any questions, concerns, anything like that. Thank you very much for watching. Anybody who is still watching, I know this is a long video, but thank you very much for watching. And I hope this has been informative in some way, shape, or form to somebody. I just kind of wanted to share my journey of things that have worked for me, because this video would have helped me back then when I was trying to figure things out. So I hope this has helped somebody. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and definitely give this video a like if you want to see more content like this. Comment below what you would like to see. Would you like to see a week of my meals and what I'm eating? Does that interest you? Would you like to see what supplements I'm taking, like any health and fitness area as I go through my journey? And maybe we can do this all together. So I hope you guys are having a lovely, fantastic day. I'll put a video on screen for you to watch next. And hope you stay safe. Thank you very much.